Hey YouTube, it's that time again. I'm going to be doing pack openings for Dazzling Divas. This is the latest set on Vanguard ZERO. So this one is one that I think some people might decide to just completely skip over if all you do is play meta decks, because I think all of the decks featured in this new set are mostly based off of extra boosters, if you are familiar with the old TCG. So that's why I kind of put the banners here on the left. You can see the Dazzling Diva, the original pack banner, and then the other one, the Mystical Magus. So EB06 and EB07 were the original releases. Now Jewel Knights are also included in here. They were technically supposed to be in last month's set, but I guess they didn't include them for whatever reason. So they have kind of changed the releases. It doesn't really line up exactly with the traditional TCG. But we can take a look here at what we've got. So Labrador is the Prism, and then there's going to be Pentagonal Magus for OTT. So basically OTT, Bermuda Triangle, the Celestials from Angel Feather got pulled up into this set because they're actually supposed to be in Seal Dragons Unleashed, which is the next set. So it'll be interesting. So Zerakiel is the main boss monster there, and they're getting their break ride, Ramiel, and then of course Jewel Knight Ashley for Royal Paladin. So Royal Paladin finally has a deck other than MLB, which is great because nobody wants to see MLB. Alright, but let's go ahead and do this. So I did do the Guaranteed Gacha last month, took advantage of the Black Friday sale, so that's why I have so many gems. So I do have these 3 Triple R tickets. I think we'll just probably save these, or I guess I could use them at the end, but if I pull everything, if I get lucky, I won't use them. I'll probably save them. So we're gonna do 110 packs here, and then we'll probably do 4,000 gems for 40 additional. So let's go ahead and get this free one here, or this 50% one. See what we get. Alright, wasn't expecting anything, but I can see, so it looks like Karen was added. This used to be a promo card. But I know I haven't done a lot of Vanguard content recently. I'm probably going to be doing more live streams on Genshin Impact and maybe Vanguard. The SP medals are back in town. Alright, let's go ahead and do 9. Ooh, blue on this also. That's like kind of like a feels bad moment. But you know, last month I wasn't able to complete any of the decks. Actually, I wanted to build Genesis, wasn't able to complete it. Didn't pull enough Eradicators where it wasn't worth running them after the rental period. Liberators and Beast Deity got a little bit better. I had to do rank to get my Blaster Blade Liberators. But this time around, hopefully things will be better. Although we are off to a pretty bad start. The interesting thing about this release is that this does not combine the previous release, so there's no Triumphant Return cards in here. It's all just the extra booster cards, plus Jewel Knights and Celestials, which I don't have a problem with. I'd rather play these than Eradicators and like Liberators. So those who have watched my content before know that I'm not a Narukami person. Alright, so that's 9. So I think we have 10 right now. So let's go ahead and start cracking these packs. Oh wow, gold. Oh, we got a lightning bolt. I don't know if this is like a pity timer thing, the lightning bolt. Okay, it's the Celestial Helm. That's the other boss monster, or the other boss unit. Alright. So far, this seems pretty dry. I didn't really get that many good pulls last month either, so maybe I'm just running into like a string of bad luck. Oh! Here we go! Ooh, Zerakiel. Okay, so the interesting thing is I have enough material to craft 2 Angel Feather Triple Rs. But for the other 3, I think I only have enough to craft 1. Oh, and you know what? I probably should use the Sentinel Metals. But because I want to build all 4 of them, it's probably only worth doing that at the very end. So I'm going to handle it a little bit differently this time. But in terms of Vanguard upcoming, like for January, I do want to build Dauntless Drive and Seal Dragons and Transcore and Last Card Revan. But I don't really care about the Narukami stuff in there. I think it's like Sweep Command, AK Steve, and I forget who the 4th one is. Oh, Genesis. Genesis Wave 2 support is next month. Yeah, I do want to play Fortuna. So that will be another one that I want to build. I still need to get those Chamo Mules, though. So we did pull the Break Ride for the Magus. So that's good, because it's only a double rare. That's actually pretty easy to build. Okay, don't really know. I think that is Pacifica's... No, that's not the 12K. I'm not sure what that is, actually. Okay, there's the first Sentinel. Tetra Magus. Oh, there's another Hexagonal Magus. This one's got a lot of Magus double rares. Okay, so I see some like common Jewel Knights. So 2 of these, Tetra Magus, and what is this dude? Karen. Okay, so this is another. I think this was a promo card. It's interesting that Kibble is a rare. That Jewel Knight with Magus effect. Okay, we finally get a purple guaranteed circle. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Okay, there's Stellar Magus? Stellar Magus, I think. Okay, there's Ragwill. That's a 12K for Celestials. There's a 3rd Hexagonal Magus. Alright, there's Ramiel. That's the Break Ride for Celestials. Then we have the 12K for Prisms. Alright, the very last card. Second Zerakiel. Okay, and I think this is... Huh, I remember that. I think it's a promo card from back in the day. Alright, so we got second Zerakiel. So we're getting there. We have 3 of this Break Ride now. Just need Pentagonal for that deck to work. Yeah, Magus. In order to play Magus effectively, you're definitely going to need Pentagonal Magus. Another Karen. So far, no Labrador or Ver. So, still, Prisms seem like they're going to be pretty far off to build at this point. This does remind me of... I think September was when I had really bad luck on the polls. Okay, there's Pacifica. Planet Idol Pacifica, so that's a Break Ride. So maybe I'll be able to build the Pacifica deck. We'll see. So there's the Assault for Jewel Knight, Sentinel, and then we have another 12K for Celestials. Okay, wow, it's a lot of Karen. A lot of grade 2 Karen. It's good that both of them are in here. The grade 1's also in here. So there's Planet Isle Pacifica. So when rode upon, Vanguard gets 10k, and when your rearguard is returned, you may call a card from your deck. And she also has an interesting effect where when she's in the soul, you can put a top Isle Pacifica into the soul to add this card to your hand and return one of your rearguards to your hand. So you can basically kind of cross-ride for Eternal Isle Pacifica and get this back. Because this is on 11k, and we all know the original Pacifica is basically useless, being a Mega Blast with a 10k base power. Oh wow, lots of gold circles. See, when I see all the gold circles, well, we do get an SP hexagonal. That's my 4th one, so I can actually play it as a break ride at 4 copies. But every time I see a gold circle, it just seems like back to back like that, it's like the luck isn't really there when that happens. It just seems like this is one of those days. It's like a bad day for me to open packs. Alright, there's I forget if that's a Jewel Eye. I don't think it is. It's something for Sanctuary Guard. It's from the Daigo deck. Okay, there's Kua Magus. I think it's a 12k attacker. Oh, that was pretty dry, except for this one SP. That does look pretty seizure-inducing. This is the Daigo guy. When his attack hits a Vanguard, counterblast 2 to call a grade 1 or less. I mean, that's okay. I'd rather it be on place, though. During your turn, if you're a Vanguard... Yes, this is 12k. Alright, so... Still got a long way to go, but it doesn't seem like the luck is there today. Because typically, I would have seen at least 2 or 3 purple circles by now. Because we are opening, like, we're doing 110 packs. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the 3rd gold in a row. Alright, there's Costume Idol Elk. Now, I think you can run her with Reindeer. Or maybe Pacifica, but I don't think you'd run that with Prisms. Or at least I wouldn't run it with Prisms. Oh. This is like the only... Ooh, double! Wow. Okay, that's worth it. Okay, double rare. Let's see what we get. Pentagonal, that's what I want to see. And an SP Labrador. Okay, so this one's making up for the dry pulls we got earlier. So those are out. So this temple seems like it's the best one so far. Karen. Ooh, doubles. Ooh, Sanctuary Guard. Not bad. Yeah, this one was definitely the best one. That's like, what, 5 double rares and an SP and another triple R. So Labrador, we finally got one. It's SP, that's good. And the first Pentagonal Magus. This will be the main boss for the Magus deck. But I think for February, I do want to build Nebula Lord, Infinite Zero, and Raging Form Dragon. So those 2 decks are the ones that I want to build. Ooh, doubles, boys. This is what I'm talking about. This is what makes it worth it. First one, second Labrador, and another Pacifica. So that's 2 for each. Bermuda's coming through. Ooh, an SP Kua Magus. Now things are starting to get good. But this is like the 3rd or 4th gold circle in a row, though. As long as we get those lightning bolts. Those wishing stars. Ooh, okay, second Helm. Second Assault. Good. The one I least worry about is Celestials, because I can craft 2. Ooh, yes, that's what I want to see, because I really want to play Magus. Magus is the most interesting out of these decks. Alright, there's the brake ride for the Prisms. Prism Image Ver. So she finally shows up. So Labrador, Pacifica, so we got like 2 of each of those now. And then I still need 2 more of these. I think I can craft 1. So just need to pull 1 more actually, and then we should be good. Because we've already got the brake ride. So we're getting there, Thanks to these lightning bolts though, because we haven't hit a lot of purple circles. Okay, here we go. Sometimes though, with the sparking on the cards, you can pull more triple R's off of a gold or like even a blue than you can on a purple. But this one doesn't seem like it's that dry because we're pulling early. So that's pentagonal. That's really, really good. Now I think I'm good on pentagonal. I think I can craft the last one. There's Assault. So far we've only seen a lot of Assaults. I know I pulled the Tetra earlier, but we still need that Mermaid Idol Ellie and that Celestial. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. Labrador, number 3. Just need 1 more of those. Okay, there's Sariel. That's like the 3rd 12k for Prisms. Okay, there's Ellie, speaking of Ellie. It's interesting the Prism Sentinel is not in the game. That's kind of weird. I thought they would have made the Prism Sentinel. I think her name was Arya. Alright, Sariel and Ragwell. Alright, so Celestial's coming through. So 2 Sariels up from 0. Ragwell's at 3 now. That's good. Assault's at 3. First Ellie. 3rd Pentagonal. I think we're good on Pentagonal. I think I can craft the 4th one. 2nd one of these. That's good. I need 2 more. I think I need 1 more. Oh, I need 2 more of these. I think I have an SP. And then Sankguard. I don't know if I'm going to build him or not. Maybe I will, just to toy around with it. Alright, we got 20 more, then we're going to take a look at what we can craft. And then we'll probably do like 40 more off of gems. But I'm more hyped for this set than last month. Oh, okay, good deal. Ligurian, the 10k for Prisms. Oh, okay, that's I think that's the 3rd one? Haven't seen a whole lot of Ramiel. Okay, there's Peniel. Ooh, a 2nd SP hexagonal Magus. There is another Peniel. So I think we're up to 3 of these now. Oh, I only got 2 of them. Okay, maybe there's an SP, because I kind of feel like I've seen that a bunch of times. So we're up to 3 on this. And then 2 of this, plus I think 2 or 3 of the normal one. Alright, let's do the last 10. And then we'll take a look at what we've got. Alright, that's the last one of those. Oh, that's an SP. Oh, there's the Assault. So now the Sentinels are showing up. So far, I still only have 1 Tetra Magus, though. Can we get a lightning bolt? Maybe. Okay, that's the 4th Ragwell, so we're good on the 12k. I think that's the 4th of the normal, so we're gonna start getting orbs off of that now. Yeah, I think this should be the last one. Okay, so we got a lot of those. 6 of those total. 4 Assault. Okay, so let's take a look at what we can actually build before we open any more. So you guys can see the deck list that I want to put together for these new clans. So so OTT really disappointed me. Actually, these are the Sentinel, or no, these are the SP. So we got a lot of those. So I'll be able to claim that later. What do we got here? Alright, let's take a look. So what do we want to do? We want OTT. So let's go ahead and we're going to change this whole deck. Because the Amaterasu deck was extremely underwhelming when I built it back when it was new, or back when the Crossride came out. So we're going to go ahead and change this whole thing. Get rid of all of this. All of this stuff's got to go. All of it's got to go. Everything. Even Tom. Because I don't think there's room for him. Maybe we'll still run him, but we'll see at the end. So, Lozenge Magus is still going to be the starter, though. That doesn't change. Cylindra Magus might actually still be the heal. So we can kind of keep her for now, because she's a Magus. So let's go ahead and look at grade 1s. First things first. We got to get the Magus. So we have Tetra Magus, so I still need 3 more. This is the 10k. We're going to run this at like 3 probably. And then we have Crescent Magus. When this unit boosts, declare a card name, reveal it. And then if the card was correct, you get 3k. So we're going to run that just because you can YOLO. It gives you more YOLO opportunities. And then I guess the Circle Magus would be the last one, which she's not new. She's over here. So I'll run 2 of her because she allows you to look at the top. Alright, so that's okay for now. Maybe only 3 of this is necessary. Well, we'll just leave it. I might change it, but we'll see. Alright, for grade 2s, let's see what we've got. We have we gotta pull the 12k, because I know I pulled a bunch of those. Oh, wow. Apparently I only pulled 2. Sad. Sad face. Okay, but we do have her. And then Brulette is very important, so we're gonna run those at max. So 4, what is this? 4? I mean, if I don't run this, then I substitute with Silent Tom. Like that. Something like that. Alright, and then grade 3, we will run Hexagon. Oh, yes, I only need 1 more Pentagonal. And, oh, I can't craft her, actually. Gonna need orbs. Oh no. I might have to disenchant something. I might have to disenchant my Break Ride for the orbs. Because I have so many of them. I have 2, so I can afford to disenchant 1. Alright, and then the 13th would be... Oh, yeah, this is in here too. I didn't even realize this was in here. Okay, so ideally, we have a long way to go. So this would be 1. Okay, I didn't think of this card in here. I completely forgot, but this would be the heal, I guess. Yeah, that would be the heal. And then you would run... I know you run a lot of crits, but you need a couple of draws. So I guess I would say this is the draw, and these are critical. Or no, did I say that backwards? Yeah, no, that's right. I would do it like that. OTT for some reason get away with doing 5 critical because they tend to they have a lot of good draw power. So the thing is, like, the reason why we don't run stands in here is because Silent Tom doesn't form 16k with this setup unless this gets to be 9. So he won't really form the correct numbers in this deck. So ideally you wouldn't even really need him. Like, if I pull more of this, I'd run this. But this is what I'm looking at for now. Alright, so that's one of them. And then for... Let's look at Celestials. So I think Suiko has the... Okay, Suiko can keep Metron. This is going to become Celestials. Oh, and then there's a new skins also that we have to grab. Alright, basically, there's a new starter, Peniel, which you could still run Sunny Small Angel because it's a 5th heal. But I want to try the new starter. The no seals are also really good, but we're going to get rid of all this stuff for now. I just want to build it the way I think it's supposed to be built, and then I may tech in the old cards. And I think if I keep anything, it would be Ermiel as the heal, because she's really, really good. Okay, so I do need one more. So it looks like I didn't pull as much as I thought I would pull. So that's 4, 4, and then I guess the 4th one, or the last one would be like a no seal. Or maybe I could do 2 no seal. Depends on how many ways this deck can, you know, swap cards. One, 2, 3, I guess. I guess something like that. Because you want to swap, unless Sariel can do her thing consistent enough to the point where you don't need that many no seals, where the Pegasus might actually be worth running at that point. Okay, so ideally you would want to run it like this with all the Celestials. But Ermiel just seems really, really nice. So, let's see. If we're going to go pure Celestials, I would probably make Helm a stand. Or actually, no, Helm would be the heal. Ramiel would be a draw. This would be a stand, and then this would be like a draw probably. But I'll play around with it. Ermiel is very, very good. She's basically like Nightmare Doll Alice. So, not sure what happened here. Okay. I have to restart the game. Oh, never mind. Not sure what that was all about, but anyway. So this is what this one would look like, sort of. So you can see I'm still need a lot more Break Ride apparently. All right, so that's that one. That's this. We'll move it up, and then Prisms. Well, I keep Coral. I'll change this one. Let's change Pacifica first. So there's a new starter for Pacifica. Well, actually, this is the Prism starter, Koro. This is Shizuku. Okay, at the end of the battle, this unit boosted a unit with LB4 for this unit. So you could run that or this, but I think this is better. Or maybe Wendell, actually. Wendell might still be the best one. You may also return this unit. This is definitely going to be with Prism, so I would probably just keep this for now. But I might actually return one when this is returned. When something's returned, you can return that. This unit is returned to your hand. Counterblast wants to draw a card. Okay. And then grade 2s. Let's see. There should be... When this unit attack hits, return this unit to your hand. Call a card other than Pretty Celeb Charlotte. So something like this. Actually, we'd probably run Karen also. I'm not sure, guys. I'm just kind of... I haven't played Pacific in so long. Return, you're going to draw. So I guess that's good. Rio at 1, or maybe the 10k. Those are all Prisms, those other cards. Alright, grade 3s. We're going all in on Pacifica, so obviously run 4 Break Ride, you run Eternal. This, and then get rid of this. I think the last card would be Costume LL. Because why not? Okay, heal would be this thing. Draw, and I guess draw, critical. Or, you know, you could also run stands too with the deck. But I don't think you really need them because you're going to bounce stuff and call stuff. And she doesn't have to hit to do her effect. It's when she attacks. So something like this, for now, I'm just kind of just randomly putting the deck together. But yeah, that would be it. So that would be it. So we're nowhere near close. So let's go ahead and open more packs. I think we'll do... Let's look at the shop for the exchange. See if I can already get all the new skins. Wait, you don't get V-Metals? So you have to convert these... Huh. Interesting. So you don't get V-Metals for... That's kind of weird. So... I thought you would still get packs. Apparently you don't. Okay, but I'm gonna work on getting all 4 of these at some point. Alright, let's go ahead and open 40 more. Well, actually, we've opened 110, so we'll do 30 more for 140. I'm surprised you don't get regular Vanguard medals. I thought you'd still get the regular medals, plus the SP medals. That's a little disappointing, because I thought it'd be pretty easy to get the character skins. Alright, that converts to orbs. You know what I might do? Okay, I'm going to do something. I want to exchange for Tetra Magus, so that if I pull them, I get orbs for OTT, because I still can't craft a triple R. So let's go ahead and do that right now, actually. Because I need 3 Tetra Magus, I believe. Yeah. I don't think I have any SP of that. Just make sure. Okay. So we're gonna get 3 of those immediately from the exchange. So excess would get converted to orbs. You could potentially also use the... You can use the Sentinel medals to get orbs too, if you already have 4. Alright, we're doing 30 more. May do the triple R packs as well. Alright, Sariel. You know what's weird? We still don't have the high school Aichi for Gold Paladins, which is really odd. I thought he would be this month. I think I expected him last month. Alright, so there's Ellie. Okay, that converts to materials, so we do have some orbs. Alright, that's good. Alright, this is the second. Alright, 20 more. I'll do 20 more, and then we're stopping. Okay, there we go. I'd like to see either another Zerakiel. Okay, there's the first one of those. I just remembered about that card. That's the first one. Ooh, okay. Can we get a pentagonal? There's Ellie, so I only need one more. Oh, there's Helm. I think that's my third one. Still don't have a lot of Ramiel either, which is kind of weird. I only have like one. Alright, I think that's Sanctuary Guard number 3. Alright, Prism Image Vert. Okay, so let's see. That's the first one of these. I think this is my third one. Yeah, 3 of those. So I only need one more. Only need one more Ellie. And I need one more Ver for the break ride, and then this is the third one. Alright, so here's the last. We'll do the one ticket plus 9. Actually, we'll do the triple R tickets also. Let's do the triple R tickets. Okay. Yeah, what we'll do is, instead of opening 10 more, I'm just going to open the triple R tickets, because they're guaranteed. So let's do that. We're going to open them all on Dazzling Diva. Well, see, I don't know. Because I do still kind of need Descendant and stuff. Because the only thing I really want from Triumphant Return is, what's her name? The Genesis girl, Chamomile, the grade 2. But I guess we'll just use this, because we'll just do it all on this. Yeah, just go all in on Dazzling Divas. Because these are the decks I'm more interested in playing anyway. Like, I don't really care about playing Genesis until next month. Alright, there's Zerakiel number 3. And there's Planet Idol number 4. Is this gonna be 2? 2, oh yes, okay, good. Alright, Labrador and... Ooh, okay, my first Salome. I can't believe I haven't pulled any of her. Luckily, I can get Ashley from Ranked. But I really needed her, so that was good. That was good. So 3 Zerakiel, 4 Pacifica, 3 Labrador. So that was good. That was worth it. Alright, and for good measure, we will do 10 more. I just decided we're just going to do 10 more. Because this will be 154 packs. Alright, purple circle to close us out. Okay, that's an extra, so that will convert. That's the 4th one of her. That's great. So I can craft Labrador, basically, and the deck will be... both decks will be done. So it looks like Jewel Knights are the odd one out. Like, I feel like I didn't pull any Ashley, which is okay because it's a rank reward, but knowing me, I've gotten so lazy with this game that I don't really want to climb to Legend 20 or even Legend 30. Okay. Oh, apparently I had enough of those. Okay. So we got this. Apparently I didn't have 4 of these. Okay, I see. I have an SP, I believe, on that. So, that's it. 4 of that. 3 of this. Okay, so let's real quick just take a look here, and I'll probably end the video here in a little bit, guys. I know this was a long one, so props to whoever was still watching at this point. But just to get an idea of what I am able to build, or how close I came to completing them. So Magus needed another one of these, so I should be able to craft it. So this is okay. I mean, I can substitute for the this Magus instead and run this as the one of, so it's not a problem. So this deck, I consider it for the most part done. I got 4 Stellar. Apparently I didn't pull enough of these though, which is kind of weird how that worked out. And then, so that's Magus. Reindeer, or not Reindeer, this is Pacifica. So Pacifica is done. I'm not sure what I'll do with this, but it's basically playable. I can just get this from the exchange. Crimson Wings. Or not Crimson Wings, Celestials. For some reason, I thought I did better on here, but apparently not. So we will have to craft some stuff here to finish this one out. But this one's not terrible, I would say. That's pretty decent. I can work with that. And then Jewel Knights, which I completely forgot about. So we'll go ahead and build them here. I think they're the ones that, unfortunately, I won't be able to play right now. So there's 2 stars. There's Helios. And there's Tiffany, so I'll go with Helios. Basically, you could potentially run Gancelot and Blaster's Blade in here. It is a valid strategy. I may end up having to do that because I don't have the full lineup. But if I was going to run the deck, I'll just show you guys what I would build. So I would run this, and this. So at least I got all of those. This is also a Jewel Knight. I think this is not a Jewel Knight. Is this a Jewel Knight? Apparently those self-damagers are Jewel Knights. Alright, grade 2s. We're probably gonna run Blaster Blade. But if I was gonna run a full pure build, what does this do? Oh, that's the self-damager. It would look like this. I'm just gonna put the pure build together. Like, this is the ideal. Julia, and then I guess the last one would be this. I mean, it's either going to be that or Sanctuary Guard. When this unit attacks, it gets 3,000 when placed, when rode upon. I guess this guy. Is this a break ride? When rode upon by your card's effect, draw a card. I don't know about that, but whatever. It's just a placeholder. An extra. And then it would be like, I guess, draw draw, heal, something like that, possibly. Or I guess you could even run maybe stands or criticals. Missing a lot of cards there, though. Wow. Joe Knights got really unlucky. Wow, missing a ton of cards. And I thought I could not have to run Climb Legend this month, but boy was I wrong. Anyway, guys, that's basically it for my pack openings. Expect to see a stream in the near future featuring these new decks once I get them up to speed here. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks.